Have you ever wondered what kind of beings are trusted to guard the heart of the abyss? Not just warriors, not just monsters, but something more. They're called the Floor Guardians. But that title is a disguise, because what they really are weapons forged from loyalty, love, and madness, each created by gods who vanished and left behind their dreams frozen in data. In the great tomb of Nazarick, loyalty is not a virtue, it's a religion. And the Floor Guardians? They are its high priests. Each of them commands a floor, an entire layer of reality sculpted to kill anything that dares trespass. They were programmed to obey, to defend, to serve. But after the fall of Yggdrasil and Nazarick's shift into a new world, they became something terrifying. They were given freedom. Albedo, Overseer, a woman programmed to love Ainz Ooal gown with every cell of her existence, twisted by a single line of code. And yet, her devotion isn't hollow. It burns like prophecy. Shalltear Bloodfallen, a vampire so powerful she could flatten cities, but her strength isn't her tragedy. Her mind is. She rebelled once under a world item's control, and when she returned, she begged not for forgiveness, but for punishment. Mare is soft-spoken, shy, looks like he couldn't hurt a fly, but beneath those trembling hands are spells that can raise nations. He's dug graves with flowers and built dungeons with the corpses of those who underestimated him. Gargantua doesn't speak. It doesn't need to. It's a walking siege engine, an artifact of a forgotten age, won by Ainz like a trophy. But don't let the silence fool you. If it moves, mountains die. But then there's Demiurge, cold, calculating, smiling with eyes that never blink. He once masqueraded as a demon emperor and won a war without lifting a blade. He doesn't serve Ainz. He worships the idea of him. And through that belief, he's become the architect of hell. Cocytus? A warrior born of ice and honor. The only one who pleaded for mercy for the enemy. He didn't fail when he spared the lizardmen. He evolved. And in Nazarick, evolution is rare and dangerous. Aura, the older twin, commands beasts in the land itself. Guerrilla warfare is her art, chaos her language. And with Mare beside her, the two are yin and yang, harmony and horror. They're the only guardians who share a floor, and perhaps the only ones who understand loneliness. Victim, the 8th Floor Guardian, weak, almost laughably so, but designed to die. His sacrifice triggers an apocalyptic failsafe that would annihilate even the mightiest of invaders. He is Nazarick's final answer, a martyr born to bleed. But here's the twist. They're not just guardians of a tomb. They're the soul of a godless kingdom. Ainz gave them purpose beyond defense. Intelligence networks, military rule, political manipulation, weather control, transportation logistics. They're building an empire, not for conquest, but to deserve the love of a creator they can never truly reach. You see, they were made to love, not just serve. That's the haunting part. When Ainz first surveyed their desires through a death knight, he realized something harrowing. They didn't need his love. They already had it, burned into their being by their creators. Everything he gave them felt hollow. It broke him. Even when he gave them gold, they refused to spend it, not out of defiance, but reverence. To them, a single coin from Ainz held more value than kingdoms. They bought trinkets of Momon, his adventurer disguise, because they wanted to understand why he chose to walk among mortals. Pause. Let that sink in. God walked among men, and his angels tried to understand why. But not all is unshakable. The Guardians question. They debate. They fail. Shalltear's betrayal, Cocytus' mercy, Albedo's jealousy, Demiurge's assumptions. They're not infallible, and that's what makes them terrifying. Because they're learning. In the Witch of the Fallen Kingdom arc, we see this clearly. Their duties evolve. Shalltear governs transport. Mare engineers dungeons and weather. Aura watches the borders like a hawk in the dark. Cocytus commands armies. Demiurge, he crafts nations. They're no longer stage bosses of a dungeon. They're players in a new world order. And yet, behind all this strategy, blood and power, lies something deeply human. Shalltear asking for forgiveness, Cocytus learning compassion, Mare struggling with guilt, Albedo craving a home beyond the throne room. What do you call a creature built to kill? Who starts to feel? You call them Floor Guardians. And they are the future of Nazarick. But here's the real question. If a weapon begins to dream, if loyalty becomes love, if creation becomes belief, then who truly is the master? Ainz, or the beings he gave freedom to? That is the mystery that lies beneath the floors, one layer deeper than stone, One truth sharper than any blade, and maybe, just maybe, that's the most dangerous secret Nazarick holds. Because what happens when the Guardians outgrow the tomb? We're not there yet, but when we are, you'll wish they stayed buried.